This is Laika Maravilla, a registered psychometrician, a trying hard educator, motivational speaker, and author. And it's time for us to share stories, insights, and lessons as we keep trying hard to be better together. Welcome to episode 3 of the Trying Hard podcast. And today we're going to talk about why smart people don't try hard. Ito ay tanong na bumabagabag sa akin since I was younger. And it took a long time for me to finally engage dito sa conversation na ito. Learn things about myself that I was too scared to learn before. And address itong issues na ito. Kaya ngayon, loud and proud, trying hard na rin ako. Okay? And we're going to talk about a few things in this episode. Una, pag-usapan natin yung 3 reasons why smart people don't try hard. And then we're going to talk about some of my tips din kung paano ito i-address. Now, whether you identify as someone who is smart, talented, gifted, or not, I hope may mapulot kayo dito sa episode na ito. Kasi itong struggles na ito, although we feel na prevalent siya sa mga people who are gifted, intelligent, or sabihin na natin genius, pero itong same fears na ito ay shared din ng maraming mga tao. Okay? So whether you're gifted or it's someone you know or you're just napadaan kayo sa podcast na ito, I hope makatulong to sa inyo. Okay? Now, a bit of a background muna. Dun sa first episode, we talked about what it means to be a try-hard. We defined it, we redefined it. Second episode, we talked about my own story and my own struggles. And today, extra na vulnerable na open heart surgery din siya for me. Of sorts, no? Kasi I get to share my story with you pa rin. And how changing my perspective about things helped me be who I am today. Now, quick little background. I was about 10 or 11 years old when they asked me to take a test. So, me and my twin sister, kasi pareho kami, we took an IQ test. And I wouldn't say my exact score, pero that was the first time na the term gifted or genius ay na bring to my attention. Okay? Now, growing up, merong mga commercials ng isang gatas noon na naging definition ng mainstream media sa pagiging gifted ng isang bata. And yun lang ang alam ko about giftedness. And to hear from adults, from experts na, gifted daw ako, I scored high sa IQ test, it really changed things then for me and kung ano yung responsibility nun. And it also explained a lot of things for me. One of the things na medyo mas naintindihan ko is why most of the time, even if I don't pay full attention sa classes or if I don't apply myself as much as my classmates did, I still do pretty well sa exams. I pick up lessons quickly. Medyo mas madali ko siyang maintindihan. Sometimes I even make my own solutions or yung process ng pagsosolve ng things. I have this technique when it comes to multiplying numbers by 5, which I also teach sa mga adult learners ko at sa mga viewers ko on my YouTube channel. And it's something that I actually discovered when I was in grade 3. So, very young then. And that was kind of the explanation. Okay, kaya pala I'm always finding creative ways to solve problems or I'm inattentive at times. It's because I'm a little bit bored dun sa discussions na nangyayari sa school. And of course, with that came a new set of challenges and struggles for us as a young family then and for me then as a person. Pero isa sa mga pinakamalaking effect nun is yung struggle ko na when it comes to trying hard. Now, again, this is a very personal podcast for me. This episode in particular is still very personal to me. So, etong 3 reasons why people don't try, well, particularly smart people don't try hard, are things that I also had to struggle with and I had to deal with. Honestly, my days na I still deal with them. Now, the first reason why smart people don't try is because they're not trained to to try. Ulitin ko lang yun ha. They are not trained to try. What do I mean by that? Trying kasi is a skill. Ibig sabihin, it's something that you have to learn and practice and something na kinocultivate mo throughout your life. And smart people, dahil hindi nila kailangan mag-try masyado, dahil nakaka-skate by sila, dahil pwede kang mag-aral ng maikling time lang, or sometimes, again, kagaya ko when I was younger, just show up for class, not study, not pay full attention, pero kahit paano, nako-connect mo pa rin yung dots, nakukuha mo pa rin using deductive reasoning na ito yung tamang sagot. Hindi kami sanay na mag-try sa buhay. Hindi kailangan ng matinding effort ng mga bagay. And sometimes it's a bad thing. Now, let me read this article from Samuel Kohlenberg. The title is Understanding Very, Very Smart People. It was also published sa davidsongifted.org. No? Ang sabi niya in one of the parts ng article, if you're so smart, why aren't work and school easy all of the time? If you have had a lifetime of being able to intuit your way through school or work, it also means that you have a lifetime of not cultivating the skill of trying. Some gifted teens and adults get to high school, college, or sometimes the workplace, and all of a sudden, a completely undeveloped skill set relating to trying is required of them, and nobody is telling them that that is what is going on. Now, ano ibig sabihin nun? Kasi nga, their entire lives, sasama ko na yung sarili ko, our entire lives, hindi mo naman kailangan mag-effort para mag-memorize ng isang bagay. Hindi mo kailangan mag-effort para matuto ng bagong skill. And now, dahil may mga challenges na ang real life, unable ka to cope with them. Kasi hindi ka sanay to make an attempt, to fail, dust yourself off, and try again. Yung pag-encounter ng roadblocks sa certain parts ng life is something na hindi kami sanay na ma-experience. Okay? Hindi kami sanay na kailangan na mag-effort, na kailangan mapagod, na kailangan na mag-exert ng extra time para lang pumasa or para mag-excel sa isang bagay. Now, the next question would be, ano nang gagawin natin? If you are not trained to try, anong pwede mong gawin? Di, just start trying. Yun naman talaga yung sagot dyan. If you're not trained to try in the past, that doesn't mean na hindi mo to kayang matutunan. Like any other thing na natutunan mo in life, this is something that if you apply yourself, matututunan mo rin. So, if you are, sabihin natin, one of those gifted students na elementary, grade school, high school, okay ka pa. Tapos sa college, bigla kang hinampas ng realidad na, okay, wait lang. Hindi na pala pwede yung mga ginagawa ko noon, yung kakulangan ko ng study skills at self-discipline at character noon. Hindi na pala pwede with online classes, hindi na pala pwede with college classes. Well, okay lang yan. It's not too late naman to learn. Honestly, ako, natutunan ko na lang siya. I guess, nasa seminary na ako. Kaya grateful ako sa experience ko sa seminary. Sa Phoebus College of Bible kasi, at the time that we were going there, hindi talaga pwede lumabas. Naka-stay kami sa dorm. Tapos, basically, your life revolves around study. Tapos, yung responsibilities mo sa loob ng seminary. And dahil nga maraming kailangan gawin, and strong na rin yung aking resolution na aayusin ko na yung mga bagay sa buhay ko, na gusto ko nang matuto na maging disiplinado at self-motivated. That was when I picked up yung pag-journal at saka paggamit ng planner. And yung mga skills na yun naman yung baon ko hanggang ngayon sa life. In many ways, what sets me apart from other people, and this is something din na naririnig ko rin or nakikita ko sa mga comments and messages, is the fact that I try. Honestly, that I try hard. What I do right now, even this podcast, is something that anyone out there can do. Pero, I'm the one who's actually in the trenches, dug in deep, and just fighting the battle. So, it's someone who was used to not trying, finally applying themselves sa something and finally trying. And ito yung nagiging resulta. Everything that I have right now. So, yun yung gusto kong maging encouragement sa inyo. If you feel na, okay, hindi ako sanay, sumubok before, that's okay. No matter what your age is right now or anong estado mo sa buhay, this is a good time to start trying. Okay? Now, whether you identify as intelligent, as gifted or not, it's the same advice for you. Okay? Now, reason number 2. Why don't smart people try hard? It's because they're afraid of being exposed as a fraud. They're afraid of being a fraud. Okay? Medyo parang madaling tandaan. Afraid of being a fraud. What do I mean by that? Natatakot kami minsan to try so hard and fail, tapos ma-expose kami as someone na, ay, naku, ibig sabihin pala nun, hindi rin pala ako ganun ka-special. Hindi pala ako ganun ka-gifted. And that reason may seem shallow for those who didn't live with a certain expectation ng result from other people. Pero for us, it's very, very personal. Imagine, di ba, kasi our entire lives, we were told na, okay, you are meant to excel, you are meant to be better than everyone else. And then suddenly, life hits you hard. Magkakaroon ka ng mga realizations. Tapos nakikita mo, wait lang, even if gifted ako, even if intelligent ako, nakikita ko na yung mga peers ko, nakakahabol na sila sa akin. Or dahil masipag sila, dahil mas maganda yung study techniques nila, dahil mas disiplinado sila, mas magaganda na rin yung grades nila sa akin. Natatakot ngayon ako na kapag nagsipag ako, ang lalabas, hindi naman pala ako ganun kagaling. Madidiscover na impostor pala ako, diba? Hindi naman pala ako ganun ka-gifted or talented. Parang swerte lang pala ako nung bata ako. So, yung fear na yon na baka i-apply ko yung sarili ko or mag-effort ako ng todo tapos mag-fail pa rin ako and then that would ruin me is something na sa totoo lang sa sobrang takot ko dun sa notion na yon dati, hindi ako nakakatulog kaiisip nun. Kasi diba, parang ano na lang ako kung hindi ako matalino? Ano na lang ako kung hindi ako gifted? Was my entire life a lie? Hindi ba ako enough? Ma-disappoint ba ang mga tao sa akin? Ma-expose ba ako as a fraud? Will this end me? Parang ganun yung dating. Very heavy talaga siya. So if you know someone who is a genius, who is smart, who is intelligent, who is talented, tapos minsan na-frustrate ka sa kanila kasi they're not trying. These are the actual fears na pwedeng naglalaro sa isip nila. If you are someone naman like me, na ito yung iniisip mo, I'm, again, sharing all of this. I'm being vulnerable with you kasi I want to help you out. I want to say na it's okay. Okay? Hindi ibig sabihin na smart ka, na gifted ka, hindi ka na pwedeng magkamali. Okay? Pwede ka pa rin magkamali. Give yourself that kasi hindi mo kailangan maging perfect all the time. And you doing your best and still failing won't make you less of a person. Part ng buhay ang pag-fail, ang pagkakamali. And if we are gracious sa iba about their mistakes, we have to be gracious din sa sarili natin. Actually, baka nandun nga yung catch dun Maybe the reason why you are so hard on yourself to the point na natatakot ka na sumubok kasi baka mag-fail ka is because you're overly critical din of other people. Which I was before. Diba? Kasi imagine, if I used to laugh at someone na trying hard mag-aral pero bumabagsak pa rin. Tapos I find myself in the position na, wait lang, dati hindi ako nag-aaral pero ngayon pag hindi ako nag-aral, baka bumagsak ako. Diba? Kaya hindi ka mag-aaral kasi ayaw mong maging katulad nila Ayaw mong mag-aral tapos bumagsak pa rin. Diba? Now, anong mangyayari doon? Kaya ka guilty or kaya ka natatakot kasi tumatawa ka sa iba. So what do? You have to forgive others for being imperfect. And in that way, mabibigyan mo rin yung sarili mo ng pagkakataon to at times fail. Kapag hindi masyado mataas yung standard mo sa iba, pwedeng maging hindi rin mataas yung standard mo masyado sa sarili mo. Yun lang yung may papayo ko. Again, coming from a very personal na experience sa bagay na ito. Kasi the more na naging forgiving ako of others, I found na, okay, kaya ko na rin magpatawad kahit papaano sa sarili ko. Again, it was a journey and I hope if you're listening to this and you're younger than me, sana makuha nyo na tong lesson na to habang maaga pa. Na hindi na kailangan dumaan dun sa masalimuot na journey, na long cut na I had to take. So yun, again, when you're afraid of being a fraud, always think na it's okay to make mistakes. Okay? It's okay to make mistakes. Be forgiving of others para magiging forgiving ka rin of yourself. Now, yung third reason why smart people don't try hard is, hugot na hugot to no? Pero, sa purest and basest na form, the reason for most of us is lack of love. Okay? And hindi man lack of love per se. Sometimes it's yung lack of belief that someone actually loves you for who you are. It's lack of faith in the people who love you. Now, anong ibig sabihin nun? Sometimes we don't try hard kasi nga, di ba, takot tayo mag-fail. Pero ang reason kung bakit tayo takot mag-fail and takot tayo na mag-look dumb by trying and still failing is because we feel that we are loved by people because we are gifted, because we are talented, because we are smart. And if that is taken away from us, hindi na to problema ng pride, hindi to problema ng yabang lang. Problema ito nung thinking na mahal nila ako dahil sa kaya kong gawin, hindi dahil sa kung sino ako. At kapag hindi na ako yung matalinong person that they know of, hindi na nila ako mamahalin. I know medyo malalim to, no? And medyo personal. Pero if you find yourself at a time in your life na nagtataka ka rin kung bakit hindi ka nagtatry hard or you get sometimes frustrated din sa sarili mo kung bakit hindi ka nag-e-effort, baka naglalaro rin dito yung reason doon. Now, while I was preparing itong episode na ito, I was really thinking kung paano ko siya ilaland, kung ano yung magiging suggestion ko. Kasi, again, parang open heart surgery siya eh. Okay, hiniwa na natin, minulatlat na natin yung feelings natin, emotions natin, yung vulnerabilities natin. As someone who was told na gifted ka, tapos ito yung mga fears natin, mga anxieties natin, na at the bottom of it all pala, takot tayo kasi baka hindi tayo mahal ng mga tao for who we are. Tapos, dito ko tatapusin. Ayoko na ganun eh. Ayoko na i-address natin tong mga issues na ito, emotions na ito, pero wala tayong action plan or wala akong maipapayo sa inyo to make yourself feel better or to start moving forward and dealing with it in a healthy way. And it was late that night. I was looking through Netflix kasi hindi nga ako makatulog. Iniisip ko kung paano ko to gagawin or paano ko to i-phrase when I didn't have the right words for it. Kasi, again, this is a really new concept for me. And I saw this mini documentary series from Netflix. It's called The Playbook. And one of the coaches featured there was Patrick Mouratoglou. Itong Playbook kasi, it's a series of episodes featuring coaches. Mga winning coaches ito sa iba-ibang mga sports. And funny nga kasi his episode was, I think, the 4th in the series. Hindi man lang yung first one. Pero I really felt compelled na panoorin yung specific episode na yon. And in that episode, kasi itong si Coach Patrick is the coach of Serena Williams, the Serena Williams, winningest tennis champion. And he talked about yung idea of gifted players tanking matches. And for those of you who are not familiar with the term, tanking games, ang ibig sabihin nun is they make mistakes on purpose. And even if hindi siya na noticeable sa certain people na nasa audience, their coaches and the people close to them, mga commentators, they notice it. They notice na nagbe-behave badly itong player na ito. Yung mga strikes na madali lang sana sa kanya, biglang nagkakamali siya doon. Biglang bumabagal siya kumilos. Minsan magkakaroon din ng mga outbursts ng emotion. Basically, this player who trained his entire life or her entire life for this match, for a big game, biglang parang nagko-quit siya sa mismong game na magdedetermine nung kanyang future. And I love how Coach Patrick discussed this. And I loved how yung perspective niya was different. Kasi my entire life din, there would be people who would say na, parang, bakit hindi ka nag-aaral na mabuti? Matalino ka pa naman, sayang yung potential mo. Pinapagalitan ako usually na gano'n, na parang, kung nag-aaral ka sana mabuti, di sana, ito yung grade mo, sana sumasali ka sa competition, sana mataas yung section mo, yung mga ganon. Especially when I was in high school. Pero ang ganda ng perspective ni Coach Patrick kasi hindi yun yung approach na kinuha niya. Sabi niya, it puzzled him kasi these are players who their entire lives, they trained. They trained day in and day out para dun sa matches na yun. So you can't tell them, sabi niya, you can't tell them na hindi nila gusto yung ginagawa nila o na hindi sila disiplinado kasi they keep showing up for practice eh. Now, bakit nila tinatank yung games? Kung gusto naman pala talaga nila manalo or kung talented talaga sila. And he said that it was because yung pagiging talented na tennis player is something na nakakabit na sa identity ng players na ito. Okay? May certain expectations na sa kanila their entire lives. Mula bata sila, they were told that they were special, they were talented. And they're scared na hindi sila mag-live up to these expectations. And ang ganda nung kwento kasi he went on to say that one of his players, a young girl, was tanking a match. And after the game, kasi ang tennis coaches, they're not allowed to give instructions while the game is going on. No? So after the game, nilapitan niya tong player na ito. And then he asked her, sabi niya, why are you tanking the game? Now, the player, tried to make an excuse na parang, hindi ko naman tinatank yung game, I just had a bad day, ganyan. And Coach Patrick just said, you know what? Whatever the results, it's my fault. Sabi niya. Tapos nagulat daw yung bata, sabi niya, parang, I was expecting na magagalit ka sa akin napapagalitan mo ako kasi I was tanking the game. You're right. I was so afraid na magagalit ka sa akin. Tapos, the young girl had a cathartic moment with the coach. Now, I love this quick anecdote, this short story, kasi it exemplifies what goes on in the mind of a smart person who's not trying hard. Okay? You tank the game. In many times, you tank your match, you tank your life. You make bad decisions, wrong decisions. You refuse to make any decision at all. Kasi you're afraid na at the end of it all, you will be blamed for everything. Na if biglang ma-reveal na hindi ka pala as gifted or as talented as people expect, hindi ka na nila mamahalin, hindi ka nila bibigyan ng oras, hindi ka na nila i-value. You don't believe na you are loved. And it's a very lonely existence. Now, I say that because, again, this is me being very honest and vulnerable. There are still days that I think that way. Na parang, paano if I suddenly lose my mind, if I lose my intelligence, if I'm unable to perform as a coach, as a mentor, as an educator? What if I suddenly forget itong mga bagay na alam ko? Will people still value me? Will people still love me? Do they love me? Or do they love who they think I am? Are they listening to me? Are you listening to me because I'm Laika or because I'm Coach Laika? And that question is still in my mind. May mga times na umaalon pa rin yan sa akin. Bakit? Kasi yun nga nandun yun dun sa huling reason. Which is sometimes we don't think na people love us. Now, I hope this encourages you. Pero one thing I discovered itong entire life ko and how it played out, sometimes we feel na people don't love us simply because they don't love us the way na we want to be loved. The way that we expect to be loved. Pero hindi ibig sabihin that they're not as open or as verbal or as expressive of their love of us ay hindi na nila tayo mahal. I don't know you personally and there's no way for us to interact in real time through this podcast. Pero I want you to look around sa people in your life right now. Hindi man sila nagsasabi directly na mahal ka nila, pero I'm sure that there are people around you who love you and they love you unconditionally. Sometimes we just need to believe it. And many times, we just need to show them that we love them unconditionally para yung way that we express that love, yun din yung gagawin nila. Very different kasi ang culture. In a lot of Filipino families, hindi pa rin normal yung idea of verbalizing yung love. Minsan sinasabi lang yung mahal kita kapag nagagalit. Yung parang, mahal kita pero ganyan ka. Diba? Hindi sinasabi siya na galing lang sa puso or bukal lang sa puso yung pagkakasabi. Sometimes, ang malungkot, sinasabi na lang kapag wala na yung person, no? Or medyo backhanded din yung pagkakasabi minsan. So, if you want to be loved the way na gusto mo, na marinig mo siya, minsan ikaw yung dapat mauna. And I'm saying that because I used to have a really hard time saying I love you to my family, to the people in my family. It's not something we grew up with We don't say that talaga sa family na to before. Pero it took a lot of practice for me by myself as a mirror, and a lot of guts then to start trying to say it sa mga people in my household. I tried it with my sisters. The first few times, they would look at me like I was weird. Sometimes they wouldn't say it back. I started saying it to my parents here and there, and I still get the odd stare. My mom still struggles when it comes to saying it. Hindi pa rin niya nasasabi. Pero my dad responded really well to it. Kasi gusto niya pala ng ganun. Kaya lang, hindi lang niya rin naranasan. And so, hindi rin siya masyadong sure kung paano niya sisimulan. Kasi, nasa edad na kami. Parang, he felt at that time siguro na it was too late for us to start. So, that was how things started changing din for me. And honestly, I'm grateful na it happened, even though I sometimes wish na it happened when I was younger. Kasi, uulitin ko lang din na itong entire journey na to helped me become who I am. Now, imagine if, and I'm addressing those who were told na they're talented, they're gifted, they're intelligent. Imagine if you decide to just shake all of these comments off and just treat yourself as an individual trying to make your way out into itong world na ito with all of its challenges. And tanggalin mo lang yung pressure na yun off of your shoulders. I just want you to use this as an opportunity to rip the page off, start anew. Pero this time, I want you to really try. Okay? Even if you're not trained to try, that's okay. You can start learning that skill right now. If you're afraid of being a fraud, again, that's okay. Mistakes are normal. I say this all the time. Everything is learning experience. From the good, you learn what to do. From the bad, you learn what not to do. And if lahat ng ibang tao sa mundo, okay yun sa kanila, pwede yun sa kanila, bakit hindi sa atin? Bakit hindi sa'yo? Diba? You need to start forgiving yourself. And if you feel na there's a lack of love, na people only love you for your potential or for being gifted, and if they discover na hindi ka pala ganun, hindi ka na nila mamahalin, sasabihin ko na una sa lahat, that is not true. That probably is how you perceive things, pero maaring hindi. Maaring may mga tao dyan na nagmamahal sa'yo unconditionally. And, worst case scenario, even if wala, even if people start laughing at you kasi na-disappoint sila sa'yo, even if hindi ka tanggap ng family mo or ng people closest to you, I want to tell you that you will find your tribe. You will find people in your future. Sometimes you will have to raise these people, no, and help form these people, pero you will find your tribe. In the same way na I found Team Laika and Team Laika found me, na I have etong community na ngayon ng people who are not afraid to try, who define themselves as okay lang sa amin na matawag kaming trying hard. I want you to find your community like that then. And if this podcast and the community na ma-form dito can help you do that, why not? Welcome to the family, di ba? Join the club. Maging trying hard ka na rin like us. Okay? So, welcome to the family ng mga trying hard from all over the country, possibly all over the world. Dito, hindi ka namin i-judge. Okay? Whether you're born gifted or hindi, that really doesn't matter. Ang nagmamatter is our character, that we are dreaming big, working hard, and working towards not caring what other people think. Okay? Now, if you want to reach out to me directly, if you have questions, reactions din dito sa podcast na ito, you can reach out to me sa social media accounts. You can use the hashtag tryinghardwithlaika. Just make sure to spell it correctly. It's trying hard with LYQA, ha? Kasi ang name ko is spelled that way. And I would love to hear from you. If you have any comments that you want na maging medyo mas personal, you can reach out to me at m.me/Ate Laika Maravilla. That is m.me/ATE/LYQAMARAVILLA para makapag-usap tayo. Okay? Thank you guys for listening. And again, this is just episode 3. We're going to talk about a lot more things in the future. Don't forget to follow me if you haven't yet. Follow itong podcast na ito para hindi niyo ma-miss yung mga susunod na episodes. And I'll talk to you really soon.